we're in a meeting with all the correspondents and the grand poobahs of real sports. And we're talking about issues that are of interest to us. And Bryant, from moment one, said, should college athletes be paid? This is a huge issue for me. I have a lot of thoughts on this. Talk amongst yourselves. In the next minute, talk amongst yourselves. In the next minute, it's a show that we're doing for March, one of the single theme shows, which I think is a terrific way to approach real sports.
At the risk of sounding contrary, I mean, people in trite fashion ask from time to time, should players be paid? I like to phrase it in a different fashion, which is we have this multi-billion-dollar collegiate sports industry. We have to figure out a way to fairly compensate those who are fueling that industry. Like Bernie said, what a great business model. You make billions, oh, and by the way, you don't have to pay the employees anything. How great is that? I mean, it's the only institution in America that you can think of like this, where you're making billions of dollars, oh, and by the way, you don't pay the people.
The other argument, and Bryant's going to jump in 3 seconds into my saying this, the other argument is we're giving you a college education for free.
Right. Like it cost the University of Florida to put another butt in a seat. I mean, really, it's insane. It's insane.
And the other argument beyond that, which is a bit more subtle, is you're playing for your school. You're playing for your school. Now, to some people, that's downright laughable. Like Brian is weeping over this. It's laughable because the school you're playing for is literally making hundreds of millions of dollars on your talent. But let's be clear. This is a story about not that they should get paid, but it's a whole discussion about whether.
Yeah, how do we compensate them? How do we compensate them? And by the way, this is not some kumbaya moment. I mean, let's be honest about this. If and when, even if you pay athletes, some will still cheat. Some schools will cheat. Some guys will take money under the table. And said this isn't going to equalize anything. The only thing is, it will make for a fairer system for the athlete if we can find some way to compensate them fairly for what they're doing for their schools. They don't right now. Too many don't.
Don't miss a special presentation of Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. Premieres Wednesday, March 30th.